Hello, and welcome to Frankly Speaking, the podcast that gains access to real and inspiring people. Today's guest is Nilofar Bayat. She is the captain of the Afghanistan wheelchair basketball team. Before I speak with Nilofar, I'd like to make a few announcements. I'd like to sincerely thank all our subscribers, our viewers and followers. We very much appreciate it. We very much appreciate the ones that still keep in touch and also those that go on to support some of our previous guests. We think it's a really nice thing that you're doing. Thanks very much. I'd also like to acknowledge the work carried out by the Alzheimer's Society. Again, I'm wearing their shirt. Next week, myself and my wife will be taking part in a walk in Stratford on behalf of that society, and I'd like to thank those who've already made donations to the society. I'd also like to thank our sponsor, Sheep Roofing Limited, specialists in all aspects of roofing and asphalt work. They're a family company that have been around for over 50 years. Last but not least, I'd like to thank Gary from Mac the Hat Media for his technical support and advice. But of course, the most important person today is Nilofar. So, Nilofar, I'd like to welcome you to Frankly Speaking.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure being here.
You're only the second female guest we've had, so welcome. It's starting to balance up a little bit. What I'd like you to do is, so I don't tell your story too much in advance to the viewers, if we can start where you grew up in Afghanistan and maybe something about your family, please.
Yes, actually, I was born in Afghanistan, in Kabul, and I'm really sorry. Yes, my husband is looking for the coffee.
Show you it's live anyway.
Yes, and a woman in Afghanistan take all the responsibility of life, even the responsibility of her husband. It's like I'm Afghan and I do the same here. Yeah, actually, I was born in Kabul and in Afghanistan, Kabul. Actually, my family is from Ghazni province, from other province, but they moved to Kabul because my father wanted to find a good job and support our family. And from the time I born in Afghanistan, it was war. The day my mother told that you born at night and in the morning we escaped from our home because a rocket hit it in our home on that day, and they escaped the home. And I grew up the time that Taliban came. When just I had 2 years during Taliban war, I injured. A rocket hit our home and I got a spinal cord injury. All my back, my hand and my leg got injury. Unfortunately, my eldest brother, he was young. He was at the 12th class. He was graduating from school. He was with me and he has died on that. It was that rocket hit it in our home by sharp nail. And also after 1 week, my father, on the way that he wanted to come and meet me in the hospital, he injured and he couldn't come to hospital and see me. The bad thing is that still I don't like that part of the story, that for the first, when I injured, everyone came and saw that my brother has died, and everyone, my mother, my father, my family was busy with her. And they forgot we have a daughter. Where is she? And after some days, they recognized, oh, Nilofar is not at home. Where is Nilofar? She's a small baby. And our neighbors told to my daddy that your daughter is in hospital. And she injured badly. And then they thought, oh, yeah, they thought we have to go to hospital, and she is our daughter like this. On that time when my father coming to hospital, unfortunately he injured and he couldn't come to meet me. And when I discharged from hospital, the same time, after about 10 months, close to 1 year, I was in hospital, and my father as well. We discharged the same time from 2 different hospitals. Then we came home, and my father started to support me to learn how to walk. At first years of my life, I was not able to walk. And when I got too much treatment in ICRC hospital in Afghanistan, the only hospital that was working during Taliban regime. And I took a lot of treatment, and after that I got some surgery again and again. I got better, and in 2018 it was my last operation that they did for my leg.
And how is your father now? Is your father okay?
Yeah, my father is okay, but unfortunately, his left arm doesn't work, left hand. He was a mechanic before. He was a good mechanic, but unfortunately, after that, he couldn't work, and he started to work with an NGO as a guard, and it changed his life. My mom says that he got depression because he was like a boss in his mechanic shop, but after that he lost everything.
Right. So at what stage of your life did you have to use a wheelchair?
At first, yes. I was not able to walk. I was using wheelchair, but after I got a lot of treatment, surgeries, and like this. Up to 2018, I was using orthosis for my leg, and I was using crutches. But fortunately, in 2018, the doctor did another surgery to my right leg, and I got better. Now I have short knees, and also I don't have a good balance, but I can walk without crutches or wheelchair.
Yeah. What restrictions were put upon you by the Taliban? Did you have to change the way you dressed?
Of course. It's when I was leaving Afghanistan, the last day when I was in Kabul. So many people saw my photos that I took from airport, that I had a full hijab with a long dress, a full cover. Yeah, it's just because on that time Taliban came, and my family told me, and I recognized that I have to change the way of and all. My sister now, she is wearing a long dress with hijab, full hijab, and he covering herself. And Afghanistan, Taliban that did it with all in Afghanistan. But I'm really happy that I'm not there, that they can't control my life, because I hate this. Such a people want to control my life.
So throughout your younger years, your teenage years, what sort of restrictions were imposed on the citizens of Afghanistan by the Taliban? Education, for example, were you able to still be educated?
Unfortunately, up to now, there was not good accessibility or anything for people with disability, because the schools were not accessible. There was not ramp or anything, or to people with disability can go. I have a nice father. He is really good. He is different than other men in Afghanistan. He is not very educated. He didn't graduate from school, but he can read and write and know everything. He supported me a lot with the writing. I started school from class 4. I didn't study 1, 2, 3, and I started from 4. It was not easy. For me, it was very difficult to go because it was so far, and the way people were disturbing me and telling me, it's like, you're disabled or you are like this, and it was annoying. And but my sister was with me all the time. She supported me a lot. Even when I graduated, always she was with me, carrying my bag and taking my hand and this all. But still, For those, they have high disability that they cannot walk. For those, they use wheelchair. Afghanistan doesn't have a good school or nothing to go. There is no bus at all, no bus for the people with disability to move without. And no shopping centers to be able to go, no restaurants. And even the home are not accessible for people with disability. That's why I was lucky, because I had a good sister. She helped me. But the other girls that I know, most of them, they didn't go to school. Some of them, ICRC supported and sent the teacher at home to teach them, but most of them couldn't go to school. And still, it's the same.
So, during the time of the original rule of the Taliban, what was the position of women in regards to working in important jobs? You know, the actual running of the country, was that allowed, or were they under very strict instructions how they did that?
From the first time when Taliban was in Afghanistan, I remember the last years that they escaped from Afghanistan. I remember that years that, and also everyone knew, no woman was allowed to work at all, no woman. And it's the same now. They told that now we are not the past Taliban. Before, we changed too many things, we changed our idea, but it's not like this. Still, my teammates don't have practice, training, they are at home. My sister is a teacher, she is at home. My friends that they are doctors, they are at home. And I have too many friends that they are activists, they do sport, or I know a girl that she was model. They all are stopped. Before, it was the same, that no lady is allowed to go outside without their relatives, father, brother, or husband. Or it's the same now, because now Taliban told that in shopping center, no one is allowed to sell anything for the woman that they come alone. It's really bad. They want to limit, they want to the woman, they want to take out the woman from the society. They want a society, a country full of men. Or even when I see some photos from Afghanistan nowadays, you can find a country with full men, no women, and they want a government like this. Actually, I saw the list of the people that they are in government of Taliban. All are men, all are Pashtun. No women, no Hazara, no Tajik, no Uzbek, no other ethnic groups in Afghanistan. It's like this. The situation of women in Afghanistan is really, really bad. They have no future. They have nothing in Afghanistan now.
What age were you when you decided that you wanted to play basketball?
On 2013, ICRC have a big service for Afghanistan, Red Cross. They are supporting a lot people with disability. They have too many different projects. One of them is rehabilitating the people with disability. They treat them after they want to join them with the society. They wanted to find a job. They wanted to make them educate. And basketball was the way at first. It was like they had the plan to make a basketball team to just bring the people they have disability, that they are far from the society, and they have depression, and they are facing with other people. They wanted to bring them to join the society and treat them with basketball to be healthier. And at first I saw the male team that they are doing basketball. Oh, I said, my goodness. how they play. At the same time, they push the wheelchair, they are dribbling, they are shooting, they are controlling themselves. I thought, oh, it's so difficult and it's interesting. And when they decided to make the female team, my boss, Alberto Cairo, asked me that, and also there was a lady from Scotland, she was working for ICERS in Afghanistan. They told her, we want to make a team. Do you want to join Nilofar? Because they saw me too many times that I'm watching the game of the male team. Yeah. And yeah, for sure, I want to come, but I said, it's not easy. It's very difficult. They told that, no, we have a trainer. They will help you. You can come. And on 2013, yeah, they made a team. And I started playing with that. At first, I didn't know that. How is competition? What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of to play hard? Where you have to compete. You have to be the champion. I didn't know this all. Just I was going to enjoy. But after 1 year, when they made it the same team for the other cities in Afghanistan, and they made a league, I recognize, Nilofar, you have to work hard, you have to improve. There are so many other things. It's a competition, it's like this. Then I started working hard with my teammates, with my friends that they were, but it was really nice. Still, I remember the good days that we were playing without gymnasium. Just there was a ground, open ground, and we were playing. We faced too many problems, but still, I have good memories from that time.
I'm just going to stress to the viewers that this was at the time when the Taliban was no longer in control, just in case there is any confusion. When you reached a level when you were actually representing Afghanistan, how much access did you actually have to other nations' teams, other nations' women's teams? Were you allowed to go and play in their countries, or did they have to just play in your country?
It was really good. We improved very quick because all the girls were coming from a war place. We faced too many problems before, and now when we saw we have this opportunity, we have to work hard. We have to improve. We have to use this time in a good way. Up to 2016, we had no national team. We were just playing in Kabul or some cities in Afghanistan. On 2017, they planned to make a national team to bring other girls from the cities to play with us. On 2017, we went to Bali. It was an Asian Cup in Indonesia. We joined here with a team from India, Indonesia, Thailand. There was a team from France, but they were not from A group. They were the new team. And there was another team also, Iran. We were playing here. It was our first international play that we went out of the country in 2017. Unfortunately, we were the champion of that cup.
Right.
Yeah, it was for the first time that I raised the flag of Afghanistan, and fortunately, I had this chance that they selected me as the most valuable player on that cup.
Right, well done.
Yeah, I was really happy, and after that, I talk a lot with my teammates that now the game changed. We will play against countries. We are not playing just with the other cities. And we have to work hard. And after that, we went to another cup to Thailand. But unfortunately, on that cup, we were not too good. We were the fourth team. And also, we got the fourth position. And after that, we could qualify for Asian Games. And also, on 2018, we were in Asian Games in Indonesia. And we got the fifth position in Asian countries. And for Paralympic also we went, and but unfortunately for Paralympic games that it was just last days ago, we couldn't qualify. But there was a plan that they wanted to make a team we made two teams, young team and another team to be able to qualify for Paris Paralympic Games.
All right.
But actually now there is nothing in Afghanistan. We had too many good plans for that. I was working with my coach and the federations. All we had too many plans, but unfortunately, now we have nothing.
At what stage did you become the captain of the team?
2017. For the first, when they made the national team, they decided to have a captain. And after that, I was not the big one or like the oldest one in the team. There was any other girls, but I was the youngest one. But they told you can arrange the team, you can manage, you can control everything when there is no one. When you can do this all alone, and it was a big responsibility. I recognized, and still I am, and I love to have team for the future as well, and to be the captain, or even I want to be a player for Afghanistan. It's all for me. Yeah. I love to have a team in Afghanistan.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we now know that those happier times have drastically changed for yourself and the other citizens of Afghanistan. And maybe if you could, I know it's a bit harrowing, but if you could explain to us the events of the last few months for you, where you had to make that decision and leave your home, and leave your family. Could you maybe talk us through the process of when you had to make that decision, and maybe some of the background leading up to that, because you were very vocal previously, wasn't you, about the Taliban and their oppressive regime, and clearly not a safe environment for you to remain in.
Yeah, unfortunately, in Afghanistan, suddenly everything changed, and even we didn't. We have never thought that one day Taliban will take the control of Kabul, because it was a dialogue between Taliban and Afghanistan government, and every time they were telling for the people that we are talking about peace, we have dialogue and we have too many good results, and peace will come in Afghanistan. Taliban cannot come like this, but suddenly USA took all the control to Taliban, and they could come very quick and easily to Kabul. There was no fight, no war, but they could come. The last day that Taliban came to Afghanistan, we shocked because they came suddenly, and we saw that, now they are here. They can do anything they want. And one day I was at office that my brother, it was the time that war was very, very tough in the other cities close to Kabul, but Kabul was good. I was at office, my brother called that, Nilofar, you and Ramesh have to leave office. You have to come home. Just this all. I said, why? My brother said that my brother has a shop. He is a tailor. He said, just I closed my shop and I'm going to home. I escaped from the bazaar because I saw Taliban enter to Kabul. And now they are in the city. You cannot be out. Then at 2 p.m., my boss told that you have to go home. Me and Ramesh came home, and we, on the way, I saw the people that they are just escaping. They want to go home, and the face of Kabul was totally different. I have never seen this much dangerous. And my family, when I came home, my family told, yes, now Taliban is here. From tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, they will start and applying the rules, and we all have to follow that. There is no other. And the second day, I thought I saw from whom the Taliban are around our house, and they are very close to us. And my family, my brother went out, and when he came back, he said, Nilofar, it's not all what we see. Taliban will do everything with the people they can do when USA leave Afghanistan. It was about just after I think 15 days, USA left Afghanistan at all. There was no any other soldier in Afghanistan, but it happened. Yeah, my film, and after that, we spoke a lot at home, and they said that Nilofar here is not safe for you because there was too many videos of me that I spoke about Taliban, and videos of me that I was playing basketball in public, and there was a lot of men shouting my name, and it's not good in rule of Taliban. They never accept this, and my husband told that we have to leave because too many times USA Embassy has shared my photos and my name as the inspiring girl in Afghanistan, and I worked sometime with the USA Embassy and this all. Then I asked Spain government to help me. I have a good journalist friend here, and I asked him to please help me. Actually, on that day, I asked another good man and my friend Colo and Matt. I asked them to please help me. I want to go out from this country because there is no way for me. They will punish my family, my husband, and also it's so easy for them to kill me, and they will definitely do this. But fortunately, columnar Antonio could put my name in the list of people that they are leaving Afghanistan for Spain. They are the translators. In 3 days, he could find a way to put my name in the list, and with my husband, I could come out from Afghanistan. On that day, Taliban beat us. They threw out our luggage. They were shooting. I scared a lot, but I could enter and I could escape.
So, obviously, we've seen news reports of the airport, and some of the extremes that people went to try and escape, and clearly, unfortunately, some of them didn't survive their attempts. So, we're glad, obviously, that you and your husband did get the opportunity to escape. What was it like when you first reached Spain and you got off of the plane? Were people there to assist you, or were there people from the Spanish government or people there to give you advice, to kind of shield you from the public view?
Actually, when I took the plane up Spain with my husband, I was really sad because at that time I recognized that now this is the last time that I'm in Afghanistan, and I'm living here and I'm leaving everything, like all the hope I had for my future, and I'm leaving my home. I'm leaving my family here alone, and I'm still worried about it. When I reached to Spain, it was really good. The people from government and other people, they came to welcome me and my husband because I was famous in Spain on that time. There was a lot of news, a lot of documentaries about me in Spain in just 3 days that they made it, more than 50. That's why I was famous, and everyone known about me that Nilofar is coming to Spain. And also 5 clubs were written about me that we invited Nilofar with his husband to play with us. And that's why the government also, they came and said welcome to us, and it was really good. They helped us a lot, even special than other refugees from Afghanistan. But on that time, it was not a thing that I enjoyed, and my husband. It was, we were thinking that, now we are refugees. I hate this word. In that, here is not your own home. And the government of Spain supported me a lot. After that, I could meet the Prime Minister of here, and the vice president, and then as soon I will meet the mayor of Bilbao that I live here, and too many other people. But it's not all that make me happy. I'm really thankful of them. They help a lot, but still I'm thinking about the people that they are still in Afghanistan. I'm happy here. I'm safe here. How about the others that they are in Afghanistan, like my family, but spend it a lot for me. They are really kind. I love this country and the people, that how kind they are, and also our neighbors. Everyone come and ask me that if you need help, we are here. We can help you.
Yeah. Given the opportunity, would your family join you?
Oh, actually, no, not for now. I asked my friend that he helped me. He said, I don't know, I can't do anything now, because on that time I shared your story and I made the news about you, and the government could support, because the club that I'm playing basketball for them, they pushed the government to add my name in the list. But unfortunately for Spain, there is no hope, no. They can. And also I asked the secretary of Prime Minister here. I asked him that, can you help to invite my family here? He said, I'm sorry, now I can't do anything for you. And there is no flight from Afghanistan to Spain. No. Yeah, and for now, no, that's why I'm very worried about them and all the others, that they are not safe in Afghanistan.
Do you think your family would choose to come? Would they, if given the opportunity, do you think they would come, or do you think they want to stay in Afghanistan?
Oh, I spoke too many times with them. My brother, my sister, my mother. Yeah, my mother-in-law, brother-in-law, they want to come. They want to come. Oh, my father, no. Still, he says that I want to stay in Afghanistan. Says in this long time that my father is 79, and on March he will be 80. He says, in this long time that I lived in Afghanistan, I saw everything. Too much war. I saw once Taliban, and I know how they are. That's why he says, no, I want to stay here. But of course, I will speak with him to come here, because it's important for me to be safe, because my father is now a little bit sick, like he's old, and he can't be alone in Afghanistan. But of course, my sister want to come, and my brother, because they are thinking about the future. I'm really worried about my sister, that she studied law as well, like me, and she was an activist. And the good thing that she was working for the children that they were working and they couldn't be able to go to school. My sister was helping them. It was a really nice job. I love that she was doing and helping the children in Afghanistan. But now she's at home. That's why I try to take them out of Afghanistan.
All right. What is the nearest border to another country from Kabul? Is it Pakistan?
Yeah, Pakistan, Iran, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and China. Yeah. China is very difficult. It's not easy. Going to Pakistan and Iran is a little bit easier, because we have the biggest border with Pakistan and Iran. But unfortunately now, those people that they are Pashtun, they can go to Pakistan. The other people that they are not Pashtun, they cannot go to Pakistan. The same for Tajikistan. They want to help Tajik people.
Yeah.
But without passport now, no one can go. But Pakistan is also the same. Without passport, no. But in Iran, some people went without passport.
Right. So really not much opportunity for them to your family to flee across a border then.
Yeah, and also my family is not enough rich to go. Me and Ramesh was the only one that we were supporting our family. We were working in ICRC. We had a good salary. But when Taliban came, everything finished because they now my father doesn't work, my sister, and also my mother. Hello, Vincent. Hi. Good morning. I'm sorry I was busy here. Hi, I have guests. Fortunately, my good friend Vincent came, and also with his friend. She's a doctor. They're gonna check Ramesh.
Okay.
Yeah, because my husband is not in a good situation nowadays with his leg.
So presumably as well, if you have money, if people have sufficient funds, are they in a position to bribe officials, if you like, or border guards to go into another country? Do you think that takes place? I was saying, if you have sufficient funds, is there a situation where officials or border guards, etc., can they be bribed? Can they be encouraged to gain your entry into another country?
Yeah, for now it's not. It's like I'm thinking to have a good life here in Spain, but it's not easy for me and for the other refugees because the problem is that we the language is different and it's not easy for us to learn. And also when I'm here, I'm looking that here is too many people with disability, but they have no job. Because everywhere I go, in office, shopping centers, and everywhere, people with disability are not there. They're not working. But in Afghanistan, if you see some place, some office, like I still see people are working with disability. But for me, I was thinking that if I doesn't have a good future, maybe I will move. But for my family and others also, if I could find an opportunity to go in other countries without Spain, it would be very nice. For now, what's important for the people to just go out from Afghanistan. Yeah, and it's the same here for us.
If for example, you travel to Pakistan, assuming you'd be allowed to Pakistan, would you be in a position to have somebody then allow your family to come from Afghanistan into Pakistan? Or
unfortunately, yes. From Pakistan, it's easier for the government of Spain and other countries to take my family out. But this is the point that my family, just my sister and brother, has the passport. The other doesn't have passport. Without visa, they cannot go to Pakistan even. They don't allow people without visa, and my family doesn't have. Yeah, but before it was easier to go to Pakistan, but now it's not easy to go to Pakistan.
So you couldn't even rescue them, for want of a better way of putting it. You couldn't even get them as far as Pakistan, and then maybe work on getting them from Pakistan to somewhere else.
Yeah, but the bad things that happened in last days. Too many people from Pakistan and Iran. They made the ID card of Afghanistan and they went European countries by the name of Afghan refugee.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
I would imagine as well that where anything your family tried to do officially, that your name would be highlighted. And obviously the the resistance you've given to the Taliban regime, and even the fact you've been capable of escaping from them, I would imagine your name would be highlighted. So you probably wouldn't get much assistance, I would imagine. So. What do you think? What are your aims now? I mean, hopefully you're going to continue to play your basketball, and seek some employment.
Yes, Fortunately, when I decided to come to Spain, there was 5 different clubs that they offered me to come and play with us. And I know the other girls are not lucky enough like me in Afghanistan to have this offer and could go out of Afghanistan. And I said, okay, to Bidaydia club here, because they invited me and my husband, both of us. And also the city is different. Here is beautiful. We said, okay. And I started training here with my husband. It was, we had training 2 weeks. And from October, we will join for the Spain League. And we will play for the league of this country. And I'm really happy that I can improve here with my basketball. And I can do basketball, me and my husband. And I want to improve here to be a good player for Afghanistan national team. And I really hope Afghanistan could make our team again. And they could have, because one of my teammates, she left Afghanistan, now she's in USA, and soon she will start playing basketball. And other my teammates, she is in Italy, and my boss helped her to go out from Afghanistan, and now she started playing basketball in Italy. But for me, I'm playing basketball in a club that they are champion of Spain, and they are very strong, and it's really good. I feel happy here with the basketball, because it's the important part of my life, and I wanted to continue playing basketball.
Will you be able to travel to other countries to play basketball?
Yes. Actually, for the refugees, it's not allowed for 1 year to go out of Spain. But I spoke with the lawyer, and they said your case is a little bit different. We will speak with the government to give you this opportunity to travel quick. And the police gave this they allow me, they give the paper to I can travel around Spain, and after that I can travel out of here. But for soon I will not be able to play with the team for the team A of this country, the national team. For sure, there's lots of Spain players that they will play for the national team. But maybe for the club, I have this opportunity to play out of country or inside.
Will you continue with your political activism?
Yeah, for sure. Now this is my plan.
I thought you probably would. And well done to you, and respect for you doing that as well.
Thank you. Me and my husband want to improve here. We spoke a lot that we must use this opportunity we have here, because the team is very, very strong than I was playing in Afghanistan. They are very good. They have everything. They have a good gym. They have swimming pool. They have a good gymnasium and with a good trainer and coach that we didn't have in Afghanistan. I thought that we have to make our basketball strong here ourselves, and then we can use it for the national team of Afghanistan when they are traveling out of Afghanistan, coming to competition. We can play for them very good.
Is it right that I'm sure I read recently that already the Afghanistan women's cricket team has been banned?
Yes, they left to Pakistan.
All right.
And also there is a plan that they go to Australia from Pakistan, because Australia has embassy in Pakistan, and they can help them to go to Australia. Yeah.
So presumably there will be no women's sport in Afghanistan for the foreseeable future.
No, because they are not allowed to go to office, and sport is like a very bad thing for Taliban. If you do sport, they say, oh, the men can see your body, the men can see you that you are turning, you are doing basketball. It's I don't know how they can think like this. That they says no, the male can see you.
Well, clearly that's very, very difficult, for us in countries like England or the UK in general. That's very difficult for us to comprehend. That's well, crazy obviously doesn't describe it enough.
Yeah, I told my husband that it's very good if it be possible we could bring 100 or 1,000 of people, Taliban, and divide it in other countries to just let them to see what's the meaning of life. They can learn something from others, that what's life and what's human being. They don't know anything.
Yeah. Well, certainly, myself and the people watching, I'm sure will all wish you the best for you and Ramesh. And
thank you.
Excuse me. And clearly your family, and your friends back in Afghanistan. And unfortunately, currently, there doesn't seem to be the answers available how that situation can change unless the Taliban are going to drastically change. And, I don't think many of us can see that taking place. So unless some sort of sanctions internationally, are taken against the Taliban themselves, not the people of Afghanistan, that even they can't function, that they can't administer their rule over the citizens of Afghanistan. I really don't see where it's. I really don't see a positive situation. But we're clearly glad that yourself and Ramesh have managed to find some sanctuary for yourselves, and that you intend to continue to let people know, what is going on and how much it impacts upon people's lives. So we want to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
While we're having this conversation, I would like to acknowledge Callum as well, Callum Campbell, who I know you're very good friends with, and he's been assisting you. We do appreciate him putting in touch with each other. I'm just going to make a few more announcements. You could just stay on for another 5 minutes, and we'll continue to have a chat. But in the meantime, Nilofar, thanks very much. Thanks for being brave. Give our regards as well to Ramesh. And I know he's got his problems at the moment, health-wise. We hope that improves for him. But again, thanks very much.
You have to translate for...
Yes, I'm coming.
Yeah, because she has to go.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It was my pleasure as well to be here, and thank you. I was really happy to speaking here with you.
Good. And, thank you very much as well. Thank you. And as I say, we send our best regards. So again, I'd like to thank our viewers, our subscribers, etc., for supporting us at Frankly Speaking. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Sheet Roofing Limited, and again, Gary at Mac the Hat Media. But mainly we'd like to thank Nilofar for sharing her experience, her time and experiences with us. And we wish her the very best in the future. Nilofar, thanks very much.
Have a nice time. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a guest I have to do.
That's fine.
And we will be in touch. Yeah.
Well, that's fine. You're okay.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Have a nice time.